It all started 2 years ago when we purchased this 1994 retired Army truck to turn into a four-wheel drive dump truck. Then we drove it over 1,200 miles to our off-grid homestead in North Idaho where we put it to work building our home. But with our dirt work wrapped up, she was starting to feel a little neglected. And then Riley had the crazy idea to turn it into the ultimate snowblower. So with our newly finished workshop, we dove headfirst into our biggest fabrication undertaking to date. And after a somewhat successful first run, we're back to make a few changes and really put this thing to the test. Plus, we use it to help share some really exciting news with you guys.
So if we've learned anything living up here, it's that we have no control over the weather. And as soon as we finished this blower project, it stopped snowing. This project got the back burner while we wrapped up some other projects, but with substantial snow in the forecast, it's time to get it done. So for our initial test run on this thing, I just zip tied the throttle like basically wide open, which sort of worked, but it wasn't ideal. Basically the RPMs on this were way too high. And then as we'd encounter snow drifts, the engine would bog down and the RPMs would drop. So what I would like to do is use cruise control to vary the throttle depending on the load on it to maintain a constant RPM. My initial plan to use the factory cruise control that came with this engine was proving to be more hassle than it was worth. So I ordered an aftermarket cruise control. The parts are here and let's get them on. Now, no, if I just throw them at it, they won't install themselves.
That is quite the...
Yeah. Theoretically, everything's hooked up. Once we know it works, I have a lot of cleaning up to do.
Do you think it's gonna work?
We'll find out.
All right, we are about to give the aftermarket cruise control its first chance. Hopefully it works.
Yeah, I really hope this works. Now we fire it up and theoretically everything's plugged in. Oh, that's a good start. Those lights that are on. So it's getting power. I'm gonna have to rev up the throttle to a certain level and then hit the cruise on and then set, and that should make this stay at a consistent level. Well, it still runs, so that's good. Hit the on button, and it turned on. So now if we rev it up a little bit, it started to work. Then it kicked off. I don't know why it kicked off, but it started to work. Yeah. It's doing something, though. I'm excited. It's not working, but it's sort of working. I'm excited because it actually did something. Part of me expected to just have nothing happen.
It just started trying to run on its own.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. This must have been stuck on. It's just the crank. This is pretty funny, but also not very funny.
A possessed snowblower is not something that I want to own, so hopefully we can figure this out.
I think a legit ignition switch is on order. It's really coming down and the snow is starting to stack up, which means that we need to get this blower done because we've got work to do. I'm still working on this cruise control. I just got off the phone with the manufacturer and they were very helpful with some tips. I'm gonna try to go through some of their recommendations and hopefully we'll get it working. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna test it again. I've made a few adjustments and we're gonna see what happens. Did this fix it? We're cruising on the highway. On and set. Just way over revs and then immediately kicks itself off. It's like there's no load on it. Well, that was a little different. Back and forth with the customer service on the phone, and he had to make a change, and well, now it revs up to 5,000 RPMs, back down to idle, up to 5,000, down to idle, and so on. This has been a pretty frustrating experience trying to get this cruise control to work. What I thought was going to be a relatively simple install is proving to not be so simple, and I can't get it to engage. It will just go wide open to throttle and then all the way back to nothing, wide open to throttle, back to nothing. And I think it just might have something to do with this application and the fact that we're not cruising down the road. I'm going to need to do some more research. But in the meantime, it's snowing out there and we want to use this blower. So we're going to go old school. This is going to at least be a lot better than the zip tie we were using the last time we tested this because it'll allow us to control the throttle of the engine from inside the cab of the truck. This isn't ideal, but I think it's going to do the job for now. This end goes in the truck. This end goes right here, and we need to figure out a way to mount it so that this cable will pull on the throttle. Stole this little piece off the factory cruise control and it fits this cable perfectly. And now if with any luck we should be able vroom.
When Riley was cleaning up all this wiring, he did make a few upgrades. This one was my request. It's a kill switch so that when I'm outside filming, I now have a way that I can shut this entire thing down if I need to, which I feel pretty good about.
And then I made it so that the control panel inside the cab can turn the blower on and off as well. So all we have to do now is turn the main kill switch on. This one here does ignition, so you just turn the fuel pump turn on. And this one here will start it. Now it's time to route this up into the cab to somewhere where I can use it while also driving the truck.
Well, you guys, the storm is here, the snow is falling. At this point, all we can do is wait. Who knows, by tomorrow we might even have a foot of snow on the ground, and I cannot wait to put this thing to the test. So with that, we're going to bunker down for the night, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning.
Today is a very exciting day because we finally get to use this blower on real snow.
I think we probably got about 8 to 10 inches of snow, and I cannot wait to see what happens. I am equally nervous and also very excited.
We're going to start by testing it right here in front of the shop, and if everything goes well, we're going to take it out into the road where there's even more snow. All right, well, I'm gonna fire up the blower, I suppose. Okay, here we go. So to fire up the blower, we turn this switch on, hit this button. Woo! Blower's on. I've got my phone set up. It's connected to the ECU of the engine on the snowblower to allow me to monitor like temperature, oil pressure, and more specifically engine RPMs. That way I can modulate the throttle to try to maintain a constant RPM. That means I'm gonna have to both drive the truck, operate the blower, and monitor the blower's engine all at the same time. Truck's on, pulling forward. Four-wheel drive engaged. All right, blower down. Here we go, blower down. The blower is now in float mode, which means that it can move up and down on its own to follow the contours of the ground. It's the full weight of the blower is now on the ground, not on the truck. I'm waiting for the signal from Courtney to revving up the blower. 2,500 RPMs and lock. Here we go, blowing snow. It's totally working. It's working! That was awesome. It works! So this blower has a set of shoes on it that keep the blower up off the ground slightly, and I think we need to pull those off because it's riding way up on top of the snow. It's not able to get down and actually get all the snow off the road.
You guys can see the shoes are cutting down in, but it's leaving quite a bit of snow.
Snow jack. Two shoes out. All right, we'll try again. How much should I use?
All right, you guys, here we go with take 2, this time with the feet off.
I'm a little bit nervous now because the likelihood of this thing picking up rocks is way higher. And I don't want to break it. All right, here we go. That worked awesome!
That totally worked! Oh my god!
That was our best, most successful run yet, for sure. Another round here, guys, another round. This is fun.
I cannot believe how well it's working. We're gonna head down the road and we're gonna go find a section that has even more snow to give this thing even a bigger test. And we have a really fun surprise that we're gonna share with you guys, so let's go.
Does the pregnant lady need a boost?
No, I got this. I have a feeling that it's way more fun being in here when you're blowing snow than it is to be out there. right, you guys, this is a section of road that we have actually intentionally not plowed so that the snow would build up so that we could blow it. So it's pretty deep. Let's see what this thing can do.
Do you think it's gonna work? Do you think it's gonna blow all this snow? Oh, this is so cool. Okay.
Okay, you guys, I kind of have a secret plan that I was really hoping was going to work out today, and I think it is. You can't see the color right now, but this is colored chalk, and this is the gender of our baby. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try to put it in the snow and see if the snowblower blows it. I'm going to make a little hole. Okay, here we go. The chalk is going in the hole. Okay, right about when he hits here, something's gonna happen. Hopefully it's a color going up in the air.
It's a boy! It's a boy!
Surprise, we're having a boy.
Woohoo! We're having a boy! I can't imagine being a little boy and growing up on this property and getting to explore and
Clear snow in an army truck.
This is going to be a really fun adventure.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
I felt a little defeated after the first test because it didn't really work that well. But after this test, this is awesome. This is going to make clearing our road so much easier, so much faster, and way more fun.
This project was a lot of work and took most of the winter, and so I am so thankful that we had some weather to actually test it in because we really did think winter was over.
This project is far from over. We're not done making improvements and refinements on this thing. It needs a hood, it needs some covers, and most of all, I think I've got some parts on order that are going to make managing the engine RPMs a lot easier.
So stay tuned, guys. Thanks for watching. Do another snow dance for us.
And we'll see you next time.
You know what it looks like?
What?
You ran over a Smurf.
It does. I can't believe how well that chalk shot out of the chute.